Thank you for joining us on this journey. I'm Peta and my husband is Sam. You'll see him in a little bit. And this house was originally built in 1958 and we're going to be restoring it so that our family can live here and my family can keep it for another couple of decades. My parents purchased this home in the early 2000s and it's been a rental house for the past 10 or 12 years, maybe a little bit longer. Really can't remember. As you can see, this is the living room. It's not in the worst condition, but this actually smelled the worst, which is pretty bad. Floors are bad in here as well. So dive in, take a seat. We're going to be taking a look at all of this. Thank you so much. This is going to go. I want these all gone. Out. It's going to be a Samsung gas range with a microwave ventilator on top here. That can stay. This can stay. We will have to configure space for a dishwasher somewhere around here. What I think we can do, take this section out, leave this tiny one, have a corner dishwasher, give it enough space so it'll open, that way we can get rid of this lazy Susan, because that's... Is there a Visa card right there? Disgusting.
Give us some Ritz crackers or Fritos.
I really don't want any of this. This is terrible. So we are here. It's pretty bad. It smells really bad. We're kind of used to it, but
there's mildew.
There's mildew. We think it's mildew. We're pretty sure it's mildew. And we're gonna have to open up the walls and see. All the walls are going anyway. If you can see, it's pretty bad. So we are going to, let me flip this. How do I flip it? I took a photo.
You want to show them this one?
This actually took the cake for biggest hole in the wall. Now we still need to remove all this baseboard trim here. But as you can see, there was obviously some water on this part of the room. There's no window, no plumbing lines. However, there is a water heater on the other side. So maybe there was a leak previously. It was recently repaired, replaced the water heater.
That's weird.
And there's actually...
That little piece right there, a tampon or something.
That's disgusting. We found a tampon in here.
A
used full tampon next to children's toys. Now, one thing you're not actually seeing in here, any insulation.
No insulation.
There's no insulation in between the walls. This, if anybody can guess what it is in the comments, let me know. I know what it is. Do you know what it is? And can you tell how old this house is? Because you know what it is. So the walls continue this way. There's a lot of rotting near the bottoms. Mildew on this side. The windows are bad. They are old, springies, they're broken. But check this out. The drywall here actually goes down all the way. There's still holes, but you know, it held up pretty well considering. Now, once you get over here, this drywall either never went all the way down or it was kicked, it was beaten up by some kids, who knows? I don't remember. And so there's a lot of holes that are gonna need to be repaired. Everything's gonna need to be torn out. We'll see. Sam is continuing to take off some of the baseboard trim behind us, so we're gonna take a look at this corner of the wall. Just look at that. Now, when we actually took down the beadboard here, we found a bunch of Sailor Moon cards behind it. So I think that my siblings and I snuck them back here because it was actually never even attached very well to the wall. We found a bunch of coins back here. This concerns me a bit, the way it's worn down. But we're gonna have to take a look and see how all the studs look. And hopefully we won't have to do any replacements of that because I don't know how to do that.
How do what?
Replace studs? Don't know how. YouTube knows how. So like I said earlier, these windows are all bad. And here, they have some of this tape. I think it's called flashing. It's supposed to help with the waterproofing. That's why we're not getting a lot of mildew here. Nothing on this one because they did properly seal it. Now on this one, no weatherproofing, no flashing. A little bit of mildew here. A little bit of mildew there.
What's it like?
That is disgusting. We found a huge problem, which we're gonna need to go buy respirators for immediately. Like I said, on the other side of this wall here, there is a water heater which was recently repaired, but they never got behind this wall, so that is mold problem. I keep telling Sam it's a body. At the very worst, it's mold, and in a good case, it is mildew. We'll need to test it, so we'll just do a basic test. Spray it with bleach. If it lightens, it's mildew. If it doesn't do anything, it's dirt or mold. Spray with diluted bleach with water. If it lightens, it's mold. If it does nothing, it's dirt. So we're gonna see. Here's how that wall looks, and look. It's a terrible job. So we're gonna do a DIY job, but it's gonna be much better in a little bit. So I'll show you where the water heater's at because it's pretty bad. Hold on, here we go. Another hole in the wall. Now this room is kind of terrifying. It's the first thing that we saw when we came in after the renters had left. And mind you, this place has been a rental house for over a decade. This is absolutely wrecked. I mean, it's the smell that was in here prior, there are no words for it. It's just disgusting. There was puppy training pads in this area, so they definitely had a dog. These boards, I mean, look at that. It's rotted, it's it's pretty bad. We're gonna have to rip this up, put in new subflooring, and then obviously new, we're gonna do tile in here because this is actually the laundry room. Let's go outside. Oh, and yeah, we found a, that is a condom. Ribbed. So the people that were living here were obviously not very sanitary. So as you can see, it's a laundry room, it's a mud room. You come in and you enter the house, you take your shoes off. Laundry stuff up there. There's a training pad. Look, if anybody wants training pads, they're free, just gotta come and grab them. Water heater's pretty new, but I mean, the damage is done, guys. Like, there is a mess on the other side. There's a mess in between these walls. We're probably gonna have to remove this, cut it all, see what's in between. Honestly, I don't know. Put a moisture barrier. I mean, this is just gonna be, this is, guys, I don't even know how to do this. Oh. Oh, flooring is not secured. Oh, that is bad. I'm gonna hold on here. Yeah, that is not good. None of that's good. None of this is gonna be able to support anything. Dryer input over there. The house has central heating, so we don't think that there's any AC leaks because we recently redid it, or my parents did at least. But when they came in to do it, they weren't working in the rest of the house. Sorry, it's dark. so they weren't able to see the extent of all this damage. We're gonna do the bathroom now. It's pretty bad. Take a look at that. The flooring is just all uneven and whack. There's rat droppings. They left towels. We did roach bombs, but we didn't see anything come up afterwards, so that's pretty good. But we're still gonna fumigate and do rat traps, rodent traps. This is kind of scary to walk into. We put all this cleaner down. There's obviously a child living in all this.
There's that hole in that corner right there.
Yeah, there's holes everywhere. Oh, this corner, yeah. But also, hey, wait, there's holes over here.
Behind the toilet.
Behind the toilet.
Next to the
See the...
And then like right where the wall
Right
meets this cabinetry.
No, there's a hole down there, of course.
Yeah. And then whatever the fuck that is in front.
Yeah.
Over there, on top of the restroom. The actual shower.
Oh, yes, this thing. We are going to tear this out. Get rid of the trim. Trim along the top. Cut that out. Raise it. Put an extender pipe in. So give it another like couple inches. It's not crazy. So we can have a nice waterfall shower later on. Now this tub, my dad said was replaced a couple years back. It looks to be in pretty good shape, but we're gonna need to do something about it because the cement backer board on this side looks pretty good. This side looks pretty poorly installed. It looks ugly, guys. There's not even any waterproofing, like, on any of that, because you're supposed to paint the waterproofing and then put the, so sorry, I don't know the technical terms, but when you put any kind of tile down, obviously you want to put that goop down to secure it to the back, space it, grout it, finish it. None of this was done very well. Now, this house is 60, 70 years old. I don't know exactly. Things die. Things need to be replaced. This is just a... Is that a thingy for the fridge? I think it is. Oh, look at that. Just a hole, and you can see the plumbing. You can literally see a hole, Sam.
Where?
In here, look, look. Go into the closet. In here. We're going to be taking all of this out. And eventually we're going to be taking this closet out. So go into there, and I'm going to...
This is,
It's completely uneven, yeah. The floors are uneven. I'm going to stand on this. Alright, I'm going to flash my light. Go into that closet. You see it?
oh, yeah.
So that's not good. None of that's good. That means that there's water that's just coming into here.
Hey, that's like one of those fridge drawers right there.
That's what I said. Rat droppings.
Look, they just put like a piece of wood back there to like seal that hole off right there.
Oh, yep. So this all needs to be redone. I remember this flooring being in here when I was a child, but that little peel and stick tile, vinyl, sorry, not tile, vinyl, that looks kind of like tile. Dining room. I don't really remember the walls being yellow, but we're gonna take all this out. Now the walls, from what we can see so far, are in a little bit better shape. There's obviously dirt and debris and everything. Popcorn ceilings, which is terrible, sorry.
This living room looks nice. You know, like it's a little bit more cleaned up. I know it's still dirty, but...
You know, but that's because we haven't taken out any of the beadboard yet. As soon as we take it out.
It's like
It's
like hiding the truth, you know?
Yeah, so we're gonna have to remove all this.
Your stomach for a picture, look. You know?
I've been exposed. We're gonna go with a nice light gray for here, a little bit off-white for the laundry room and kitchen. But essentially we are going to be working on replacing every bit of drywall in this house. There's holes in the floors. So what we need to do is rip all this out, gut it, check the subfloors, see how they are. Some of the floors are actually pretty level looking. Here's another hole, which is likely just some water damage from this broken window, guys. We got another broken window. Out here, it's not great. The house next door.
That's a fake window right there in front of you.
Let that. Oh, this one's fake. Yeah, this is just nothing.
Plastic. It's a plastic.
It looks really bad back there. Trash that they left us. There were house flies upon house flies in here. There were diapers next to rat droppings, dirty toys, socks, dirty underwear that we found. We are obviously not keeping anything from inside here. Maybe my dad will repurpose this in his shop. You know, he's a cabinet maker, contractor. All of this needs to go because underneath this, we don't know where the rats are getting in. They are mostly in the kitchen. Well, yeah, there's a hole back there. That's probably one of them. A rat can squeeze through a hole.
Rat trap right there.
Super. Oh my God, that's dead! I am so sorry. We found a dead rat, and I'm really sorry for that last bit.
I was gonna point out that one up there because that one I threw down here.
Okay. I'll show you in a minute. When we got in here, we knew that there were complaints of rat droppings, and we knew that there were gonna be some areas of the house that needed repair. And that, you know, we weren't expecting any of this. We weren't expecting holes in the drywall. We weren't expecting to have to redo the entire drywall. We were expecting the house that I lived in 12 or 13 years ago. We were worried. Okay, so we're gonna get started removing the walls. We found a hole and we realized that there's no insulation between the walls. So there's nothing preventing it from getting hot during the summer and too cold in the winter. The first thing that you want to do is actually turn off your electric, find your breaker box, flip it off. If you're worried, turn everything off, I suppose. We're going to be messing with the drywall around the outlet, so you definitely want to get it cut off. Alright, so let's get started. So we're done with this section of the wall. What we need to do now is see how long it is, how high it is, the square footage there of the window. Now the drywall panels that we're purchasing are 4 feet by 8 feet, and we need to install them horizontally. That's what we've seen so far. So in order to maximize as much drywall panel without having to make too many cuts here and there, we're gonna have to do all the math to figure it out. We'll get all the other accessories, joint compound mud, drywall tape. I don't even have a trowel or anything. We need to get all of that after we take all these walls out. Okay? Oh my God, that's dead! I am so sorry.